Alright, here we are back at the Plymouth Valiant, and show you I got two more steel wheels finally for this car, so I can switch out wheels. If I want to run the stock wheels and hubcaps, I can do that. If I want to just run the appliance wheels, I can do that at my whim. It's nice to be 40 years old and have whims. These things are pretty scarce. The large bolt pattern and the correct offset and everything that only fits one of these A bodies or a Aspen or a Rallye. They're not common, 14-inch, so I was glad to get those. But anyway, I want to go ahead and just show you what I got to replace the Duster. It ain't that. It is this. This is a 1973 Dodge Dart Sport V8. Air conditioning, power steering, power brakes. Got this courtesy of eBay. It's pretty much all original. Got some dents and dings and stuff going on with it, but a little bit of surface rust, but no rot on it. You know, that other car was so rotten. All this one has for the most part is faded paint. It's got the Rallye wheels on it. The fourth one's in the car, so I got it. It has no trunk rust. Trunk pans are fine. No vinyl top. You can see everything is just hunky-dory. What's also interesting is my brother also has a 73 Dart Sport. His is the yellow one with a lot larger engine in it, so we'll get to do some fun things together. This one's got a white bucket seat interior, console shifter. Very nice headliner, which is almost impossible to find without resorting to buying one new. Oh boy. I said that because this seat's got a spring or something that pokes you in the ass every time you sit down in it. It's got the typical flaking off junk over here, but I've got some pieces off the other car that I can replace that with. Make it look better. It's got a rear speaker switch. Got the making gear. Stock steering wheel. Just the whole car is just in much better shape than the other one was, so that's why I decided to do that. Scrap that one and mess with this one. Let's take a look under the hood here. Yeah, dried out hinges, eh? I was going to show you here real quick if you're wondering where this car came from. It came from the land of Retro Chad. Well, Chad's a little bit west of where this one came from. This one came from somewhere out near Sherman, I think is the name of the town, out in kind of East Texas. But you can see Chad's made references now and then to the scorching hot Texas sun. Well, that's what does this to this paint. It just scorches it right off. But let's take a look under here. tag went out in '94, so that's probably roughly when this car was driven last. And I know right at the first again, so ooh, hot rod, but this is just a very basic used up 318 engine. It's not even the original. Happens to have nice little valve covers on it, wind, whatever. It's got, I was glad to see this. It does have a Edelbrock Performer intake on it, aluminum intake, and that's a Edelbrock Performer carburetor. So that's good. That was a bonus. Check out this hood here, under the hood. Look at this, no rust under here. Still got the paint marks on it. Still got bees flying around. Now that right there, that looks terrible, but that's where that box is melted. That's very common. They get hot and the compound on the back of them just turns to syrup. Let's see. It's got a little bit of a mark still there. Still got its fender tag. Came with a set of headers, but I'm not going to use them. They're too difficult to put on. Just got a little paint mark over here. So probably not going to, you know, everybody has grand plans when they get a car about what they're going to do. They're going to restore it and fix it up. But I'm trying to keep my stuff in perspective. I'm not going to restore this car right now. The only thing I'm going to do is essentially like I did that one there, but on a lot smaller scale. I'm just going to drop another engine in this car, which I have, and get the brakes up and work and just get it running and driving, and I'm just going to drive it for right now. I'll worry about body work later, because you start getting into trying to tear shit apart and that's it. You know, you never get it back together unless you're just dedicated. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll drive it like as is. I'm about to get out here. I've been busy today fielding phone calls about part sales. Been doing that, but I'm about to get here and wash it and see if I can compound this paint a little bit. And if it looks any better, I'll make another short video and show you how it's coming along. I've got all the parts to put back on this. I've got all the radiator and brackets and charcoal canister and the I got the entire air conditioning system put back on it. So, you know, I've got it all to fix this thing. So this is going to be a no-brainer. And that's good, because I don't have much of a brain anyway. Still coughing a little bit. My brain broke down last night and went and got some cough syrup. I think I'm getting over it finally. And look at that. Here's another one of these cars that's got the old non-halogen headlights in it. That one over there's got it too. They still work. You can't see nothing with them, but they still work. Alright guys, well, just wanted to show you this car and just reassure you that I hadn't went completely nuts by parting Mopars out. Have a good one. See you soon.